What is going on, everybody, and welcome to my playthrough of Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. This is take probably 3 at this point. I've scrapped 2 different recordings for various reasons, so we're going to go ahead and get into this because I think I have it ready to go properly. For the curious, the first go was basically canceled because I have since upgraded to a better machine. We are no longer going to be recording at 720/60. It is now 1080/60. And the last go, the music was too quiet in the opening, and the opening cinematic requires you to feel the music. So I've turned it up. If I need to turn it down in editing at any point, I can. I'd rather have it too loud than too quiet. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. This is actually the 720 playthrough. You see I put 5.5 hours in. Really hard to say goodbye to it, but I want it consistent, and I don't know what this was, so we're just going to skip it. And guys, here we go. We're going to get into this. Enjoy the opening cinematic, and I will rejoin you after it is done.
When glory was wide, sing for Santa. Sony to Sin quad, sin quado. Sin quadabum sol. Trinquoda Pindos. Das Roar Pinquana.
Alright, so we are ready to rock and roll with this game through. So that's obviously where we came from. Can't go back that way right now. We can only kind of just walk around and jump, and that's it right now. So hold A to jump higher. So into the sunken glades we go. Now it's going to tell me to hold down and press A. Now this game is optimized for the controller. You can play it with a keyboard, but it's going to be very rough. You found a small spirit light container. Spirit light has been added to your spirit circle thing. Find more spirit light containers to quickly gain ability points, and we'll get to ability points when we get there. So it's pretty simple in theory. Just kind of run around, jump, and eventually you'll be able to attack things. But for now, we're pretty limited on what we can do. As I said, you can do this with mouse and a keyboard, but it is very difficult later on with a couple of the abilities that you earn. You have some circles next to your spirit container. You pick up, those are life shards. You pick those, you need to keep those up to keep your life going. If you run out of life shards, you are done for. So we're going to jump over these spiky things. And this is our first pickup of the game. It's an energy cell. You can now collect and use more energy. Remember that you can use energy to create a soul link and save your game. So we're going to hold down the button to save. And that has saved our game. And we're going to carry on and have our first encounter. Oh my gosh! And jump! Phew! So we're going to pick these guys up. You found some spirit light. When you fill the spirit circle, you'll gain an ability point. But first, we're going to get our ability to attack after we go under here and grab another one of these guys. So we've got our first ability point. When we create a soul link, we'll be able to tap B to get to the ability tree. But first, we're going to pick up the tiny little light. My strength is returning. I am signed, the light and eyes of the spirit tree. I was lost in this glen when she loosened her grip. I can guide you on your journey if you allow me to come. Sure. But be still. Can you hear that? They must have followed you here. Who's they? Oh, the frogs. So here we go. Enemies. Best to run under them when they jump and just whack them a few times. They'll take care of them. You can also retreat, but I like to run under them most of the time. Their lights shall return to me. These words the spirit tree once said. In the glade past the caverns, we'll find them. There's a path up ahead. So our first objective is to get to the spirit tree, which is right there. So it's going to tell me here in a second. There, to access the map. So we want to go, we want to get to there. First, let's knock these things around. Basically, if you just hit the attack button a few times and you start hitting things, you'll find some useful stuff. So I figured that's always a good thing to get into. So as you see, that tells you can get into the ability tree. We're not going to do it just yet, get the ability, but I'll show you the tree. So basically, as you gain experience, you get to level up, and there's 3 branches you can choose from. This is basically the attack. This is for items and such, and then this is basically life and special abilities. And these are some pretty cool things that you can gain. So we're going to wait till we get 3 before we do that. It's just something I like to do personally. Now, if you feel the need to reference the regular version of Ori and the Blind Forest to this, I do have a completed playthrough up on the channel. Ow. Booger. Oh, that one got away. Don't go in the water. you can kind of see, first off, how terribly bad I was at that first playthrough, and some of the difference between that and this version. There's another ability point. Spirit wells are ancient structures that were used to quickly traverse all of Nibel. The light of the spirit wells will also replenish your strength whenever you are weary. That is the first thing that is different in this version from the original. These did not do that in the first game. In this, it just saved and replenished you. And then that's a secret area. Well, not a secret area, but a new area. We could get there as soon as we have the wall jump, but we are not going to do that because I want to have a double jump and some more abilities before I tackle that. So we're going to go back up here. And now we can go this way. And when you see that shiny thing down there, we will get to that in a second. First, we have to go through here. And I don't think I can get up there just yet. In theory, this playthrough should be one of my most efficient ones because I did do a good portion of the game, of this version recently. Grab this. You have found a keystone. Keystones are used to open spirit gates. Remember that each spirit gate will require a different number of keystones. And that's generally going to be my mark when I decide whether to continue or not with an episode. There's a second one we can get to, so we're not going to end at the first one. But we are going to do this instead because the second keystone is up here. Found an energy shard. Energy shards restore power to Ori's energy cells. You know, it may look a few times like you can't make a jump, but you typically can. So we're going to go right down here, and this is going to take us to the door. This spirit gate blocks us. They were built for protection before the days of decay. The required keystones must be nearby. To reach the spirit tree, we must pass the spirit caverns that lie beyond this gate. Now, in theory, when you play this game, you will find this first and then go get the keystones, but I know where they are. Open sesame, and then we should be able to do this next part in under 10 minutes to make this still a decent sized video, but not be too overbearing. Yeah. And we'll get some abilities too. Thank you. Goodbye. So we're going to carry on through over here to the spirit caverns. And I think I can go down here, but this isn't the first objective. Here it is. Ah! Oh, you can't hit me from that. I can hit you, but you can't hit me. There's save. Keep on progressing. I think this is the map fragment area. Yep. Ori, this is a map stone, one of the many ancient markers created to chart the forest of Nibel as it grew. There is a piece missing. If we can find the map stone fragment, we might be able to repair it. We will be able to. Give me this. I need you. Yeah, we went the right way. Okay. Yeah, give me those. Drop down very carefully. This guy almost always hits me. Ow! It's just a very unfortunate placement of where he's at. Oh, that's really unfortunate right there. So I can't get those. Really, if by the time you're done in this area, you've managed to get yourself up to 3 ability points, you should be doing pretty good. So we're going to go through here first and get this. There were those who turned to hope. The light of the spirit tree lives in all of us. He is the reason we're alive. He's the reason we grew. When you called out to find you many years past, we were attacked, wounded, and killed by our foe. Now these ancestral trees are all that's left behind. Come closer now and feel the light of Phil, the spirit inside. Okay, Phil, I'm coming for you. Let's absorb your light. You've learned to wall jump. To use this ability, push towards a wall and press A continuous to leap upward. Now there is an upgrade to this later on that is even better, but this is helpful. So we're going to get another energy cell. So now we have 2 energy cells, 3 life cells, and we're going to go ahead and do this. Now rekindle allows you to reuse soul links and shortens the cooldown timer. Sounds fantastic. Spirit magnet, most pickups now float towards Ori. That's a good thing to have. And then quick flame, shoot 3 flames before recharging. Also very helpful. So we've gone ahead and improved dramatically already. So we're going to move and work our way up and not run into that. I used to do that all the time when I would play this. I see you. Watch out for those little boogers. Ow! Ow! Little turd. You're not supposed to hurt me. Death takes you back to your most recent save, so that's why it's kind of important to save fairly frequently. Yeah! Woohoo! That little guy was definitely gonna get me. Ow! How did you even hit me? So that's the mapstone fragment, by the way, for those wondering. But we're gonna go through here. And oh, let's get rid of this guy. And then I think there's a little guy in there. One of these days, I'm going to do a collection video showing all the different collectibles. That is, of course, if I get them all. Now, we're going to stop real quick to show you. This tells you all your stats, how many deaths, how many of the Abilify points that are scattered around that you've gathered, energy cells, life cells, and various things that are going on, as well as all the different abilities, that all the skills you can learn throughout the game. My goal for this playthrough is 100%. We'll see how accurate I am at getting that. Oh god, this may have been a mistake. Okay, phew. I wasn't sure if I was going to make that. Get this right there and jump back. Wipe these guys out. Grab this with the right trigger and then push, and that opens that up. And then when this guy gets close enough, we'll zip him! And that's the mapstone fragment. So we've got to go back down to that passage. Yeah. Do straight ahead. And these guys will regenerate. Now the enemies don't come back right away. There's a little bit of a cooldown, but they do come back. So place it, and what this will do is it'll open up the map and show you where else you can go. Now it shows that there are different places that I could potentially go. I'm not interested in those right now. I need to go right through there. So we're gonna go and do that. That's where the keystone fragment was. So we're gonna go backtrack just a teensy bit. See, those guys now are there. But yeah, we need to go up and then to the left. Get another save. It's best to save before you grab the shards. I have a bad habit of forgetting to do that. Okay, so we have the keystones. We're going to open this up, and that's where we're going to call this episode of Ori and the Blind Forest. In the next episode, we will work our way to the spirit tree and then beyond as we continue on this journey. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. And stay tuned for more Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. See ya! That's incredible. Let's get that up here. Let's go cut down some more trees. So it's definitely been an improvement over... What did I just hop over? It's definitely an improvement. So I can say that for a certain